Hi, I'm Dan. I'm with Mitch. This is Ramp Fitness. We're talking about our foundation movements, our basic principles. We have a series of videos on this. This is the hinge. Let's talk about why it's important. First of all, it's your power center. It's how you should move. It's the most valuable part of your body, and we want to get those lines as clean as possible. So the first thing we're going to have you do is we're going to show you how to do it properly. We're going to talk about the things you should do. I'm going to point out some of the things you shouldn't do, and then we're going to go back and reinforce all the things we should do. So first thing I'm going to have to do, Mitch, I'm going to be faced that way. I'm going to put you into a proper hinge right away. What the hinge is essentially breaking at the hips. What we want here is a neutral spine. We want to keep our back as flat as possible. This is like a plank. We want to keep this nice and smooth. No tension in this lower back. We're really taking the forces in the bottom of the glutes, top of the hamstrings. As you see this line, we have our shins are vertical. And what we also have here, Mitch, you put your arms straight down for me. You can see this little triangle here, which helps kind of create what you're looking for in this hinge. Go ahead and stand up for me. Now, a lot of mistakes with the hinge is the idea of how we're supposed to get into it. Some people have trouble with the knees, some people have trouble with the back. So Mitch, I'm gonna have you do a proper hinge again. Go ahead and bend on down. Good, it's almost like taking a bow, right? One of the biggest mistakes we have is we lose our vision and we start to round this upper back, especially when we put load into those arms, like in a deadlift or something like that. So we wanna make sure this is shored up. Go ahead and clean that up for me. Good, we have our shoulders back and down, nice flat board here. Second thing, and the biggest mistake that we see in this is the rounding of the lower back. Now, we do not want our forces here. This is where we want to keep the core as stable as possible. So Mitch, let's go ahead and flatten that out. That can't be comfortable. Third thing that we want to look at is really this knee angle. If you're doing this correctly, your weight's going to be in your heels. It's also going to be in your arches. You should be able to feel those toes kind of be able to move. But if you're doing it incorrectly, what will happen is those knees will rock forward. Remember, this is not a squat, it's a hinge. We want this to be a hip dominant movement, not a knee dominant movement. Go ahead and clean that up for me. Good, go ahead and stand on up. Now, if you don't have a trainer readily available or someone to assess you, there is a self-check that you can do. Using a PVC pipe is a real easy way to make sure that your lines are clean. What we're looking for is 3 points of contact. Right at the tailbone, right in your upper back, really your thoracic spine, and the back of the head. When we do our hinge, go ahead and hinge for me, Mitch. Good. When you're doing it properly, you're going to see those 3 points of contact stay in contact. You can do this in front of a mirror and check yourself. You can also use a camera or a friend to help you with this. But most importantly, you want to be able to feel this proprioceptively. And as you can tell, Mitch can feel this PVC pipe in those proper spots. And that's what's really important. And it's a nice, easy way. PVC pipes are just about everywhere. You can use these. Go ahead and stand on up for me. Thank you. I'll take the pipe. You can use that in front of a mirror. You can use a video. You can check yourself. And remember, the biggest thing about the hinge is that this is a valuable movement. This is a foundational movement on what we can do in most of our exercises. When we talk about the hinge through our other videos and you're not quite sure, you can come back to this video, take a look. Mitch has a great hinge. Thank you very much.